Hi guys, thanks for checking out the video. Last week I said I was playing in a Devon PGA event. The event went quite nicely, shot 1 over par, came tied 4th, so a pretty good day's work. Iron play was terrific. I can't remember a time I've hit it so good. Really dialed in with the yardages. I think I hit 14 greens, so that was good going. The driver was a little wayward, if I'm honest. I unfortunately stood up on the first tee and hit one straight out of bat, which is a bit of a wide. Wasn't overly prepared. I hadn't hit driver all week. I'd played the previous Sunday, but I'd gone in the gym on the Monday.
I think SLDR has won that.
Like I said, we've just gone into a strength cycle, so I'm pretty sore sort of the Tuesday and the Wednesday. So warmed up in the nets with an iron, stood up on the first tee, and it was actually the first time I'd had driver in the hands for almost a week. So made a bit of a ropey swing. To my credit, birdied the second ball. It was a par 5, so hit a real nice second drive and sort of limited the damage, but yeah, not the best of starts, and probably avoidable if especially like guys that are working in the week. If you do go in the nets, and you certainly know what you're going to be hitting down the first. Try and at least have 2 or 3 goes, just so you kind of get rid of that loosener and just muscle memory telling the body what you're going to do. So like I say, was pretty pleased. Certainly some stuff I could learn though, and had a couple of incidences, and I hope you guys can relate with it at home. It's kind of not staying in the present, jumping ahead, and I certainly did it. I birdied 10 to get one under par, and then was quite pleased with myself. Thought, well, that's a respectable score. It'll be nice. I can tell you guys in this video. I can tweet about it, and really went from up to that point, I'd been really working quite hard, really nice and focused, and kind of it just slipped up just that fraction, and yeah, and then double bogeyed the next hole. So really avoidable that, and it's sometimes, rather than saying I don't want to have those thoughts, because sometimes they just happen. It's really trying to deal with those thoughts. So once you do think like that, it's really trying to refocus yourself, tell yourself actually that sort of thinking isn't going to help my round. I really need to focus in on my routines, etc. right here, right now. So yes, it's a bit of a shame. To be honest, the double bogey was feeling a little uncomfortable on the tee. It was certainly a hole I could have hit iron down. The driver had been a little wayward, and I backed off, went back in, and to be fair, I gave it my best, but it went right of the world. In hindsight, again, as I wasn't quite feeling the hole, there was no need to be as aggressive. I could have hit iron, wedge. Instead, I went for the big one, and I really got punished. So yeah, bit of a shame, but like I said, things like that happen. I can certainly learn from that, and it's really trying to refocus yourself when you have those sort of thoughts. I also got it on 18, and 18 I didn't react with it particularly well. I had wedge in my hand after hitting a really nice iron off the tee, so I had about 130 yards into a slight wind. But again, I was walking up to the ball thinking to myself, well, I haven't missed a golf shot today with an iron. How good's that? And I'm about to hit 15 greens, so I've hit 15 greens, and kind of walked up to the ball and just swung my hands at it. I've kind of forgot that you still need to play it. So again, the thoughts I was having was actually coming from a positive place, but it just got ahead of myself again. So like both of those examples actually kind of came from doing well, but yes, certainly really trying to stick with your routines, kind of try and judge yourself on how well you're able to concentrate. Once you finish your round, so how many shots did I actually give it my all? And I'm not asking how many good or bad shots, because we all hit the odd bad shot, but how many did you give it your all? So to be honest, yes, I might have hit a bad shot, but I went through my routine, I was really focused, I picked the club, I tried to make a swing. Unfortunately, I didn't quite make that swing. But it's a real key one, and if you can actually try and develop that, you'll find that your scores will start to improve dramatically. Because sometimes it's little things like that that are holding you back. Maybe you've been on the same handicap for a little while, sometimes it's not your swing, it's not the amount of shots or the types of shots that you can play. It's actually these little things, you're dropping these needless shots. So next time you're out on the course, playing, just think to yourself, how often are you completely focused? And it's getting that mindset that when you're hitting that shot, that's the most important thing in the world. Do you mean we all know that that's not the case, especially if you're just playing sort of for your social pastime? But it's trying to develop that sort of mindset, just trying to get that down so you can shoot better scores. But what am I doing now? So I'm just coaching this week, and I'm away with the performance team. We've got a coaching weekend, so again looking forward to that. And I'll be playing the following week. So I'm quite busy here, but everything's going well. Like I say, I was really pleased with my score, but hopefully you can learn something off it. I certainly have, but hopefully you can too. I hope to catch you soon.